In today's episode, let's take a look at some of the current news stories hitting the crypto space, including the 7.5% CPI print and what that can mean for Monday. Emergency meeting announced. Plus, we got some NFT news and the Super Bowl to look forward to, which is being dubbed the Crypto Bowl. So if you enjoy the content, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Check out the pinned comment down below to support the channel further. Let's start here with the Bitcoin price action. And this was the line in the sand that we drew at around $44,700 and the magnet towards it. And we did come up and approach this magical line, and we've started to reject from it. So quite a few factors playing into this. Of course, we had a nice bounce from the lows here and some huge volume coming in for the Giga candle from around 37 all the way up to 41K. And as momentum has been growing, we're starting to see it stall out here with the CPI print that came in yesterday on Thursday. So if we just take a look, the RSI is moving towards an area of being overbought, around 60 read thus far. We have not put in a read anywhere near that high since around the 14th of November. Of course, that will go to overbought once we hit 70, but we're getting pretty close to it. And if we just zoom in a little bit further, we can see there's quite a clear rejection from this kind of level here. And we haven't really seen the buyers continue to push price on forward. So this kind of stalling pattern here isn't particularly strong in the face of what is coming with inflation. If we just pull up the 15-minute chart from yesterday, super interesting just to see what happened. So we had a price drop with the CPI print of around, so a 4% drop in the span of just 1 hour. And then we reversed action and increased price by around 6% from the bottom all the way up to around here somewhere. So a nice 6% move. This just wiped out anyone who was 25x long with a move to the downside, and then those individuals who were over leveraged with short positions then got wiped with a price action moving back up. So nice scam price action during that period. Yesterday was not a good day to be trading, but now we're seeing a little bit more clarity in the market. We're moving sideways, but not really being able to attack this line in the sand up here to try and break towards $47,000. So a little look at the Fed over on Twitter. Pentoshi posted this, the Fed coming to you soon with the rug pull there. And here's the markets waiting for the Fed's next move with a plate stack. That's a classic. And then we have this macro alpha, the bond market pricing in 80% chance the Fed will have to cut rates in 2024 already. So there's going to be a whole seesawing of Fed action over the next couple of years. Then Zero Hedge posting this. So Mr. Bullard, who sits on the Fed panel, he doesn't think a half-point rate hike really helps us in a Reuters interview on February the 1st. And then we fast forward just 9 days to February the 10th, and he's calling for a big hike to fight off inflation. So a real seesawing of action. CPI data, US 7.5%. If we actually go to the worst offenders here, Venezuela CPI, interannual basis, 472%. Crazy stuff. And we just go down the list. The US actually comes in at 26th down here in some pretty poor company with a lot of South American and Eastern European countries posting around 7 to 8% inflation. And of course, this is worrying stuff. The US does not want to find itself in this kind of position. So Sven Heinrich, the best thing the Fed can do now is to try and restore credibility in the eye of the market. And it would do this by a surprise rate hike before the next Fed meeting. So the next Fed meeting is on the 15th and 16th of March. So some 1 month and a few days away. He goes on, do it next week or tomorrow, get control of the narrative. As of right now, they've lost all credibility and risking loss of control. And it does seem that that has happened. So the Fed is now calling an emergency meeting for Monday, the 14th of February. Happy Valentine's Day. They are sweating bullets over the 7.5% CPI print and will likely move to raise rates before the next meeting. And you have notification of this here, 11:30 a.m. Monday, 14th of February. So an additional meeting that could see them actually boost rates a lot quicker than we think. And I do not believe that this is priced in by the market. This seems to be quite knee-jerk reaction to what has occurred with that big CPI print. And this does worry me somewhat going into early next week. And I think this is why we're seeing prices stalling out here and Bitcoin's momentum being faded. So some tricky times ahead. You're seeing analysts not knowing what the heck is going on. Some people predicting the Fed can't raise rates, others saying they're going to have to here. And it does seem like the political will be to actually raise rates. I think it's Biden's prerogative to get inflation under control first, even if that does mean some new lows being set across the equities sector. And this will potentially negatively impact crypto prices as well. So just to be aware of all of that. In terms of some updates here, Polkadot Parachain A-Star just launched a $100 million incentive program. So this is for various DeFi-based applications, so we can go and yield farm over on the Polkadot network via A-Star very soon. They raised 22 mil through Alameda and also Polychain. Builders on the network also get a cut of the tokens. I think this is through some form of block rewards. They call this the build to earn protocol, and they will pay out those developers in A-Star. So slowly but surely we're seeing the pieces of the puzzle come together for Polkadot. I do think this will have a huge impact on the crypto space at some point, although it has been a slow start. Next up, Interstellar Enigma diamonds sold for 4.5 million in crypto. Any guesses who is bougie enough to pay 4.5 mil in crypto for a diamond? So this carbonate diamond is available in only 2 regions of the world, Brazil and Central Africa. Mysteriously, they say it contains a variety of metals, which are commonly found in meteorites. So we have a intergalactic diamond here, 4.5 million auction at Sotheby's, and of course it was Mr. Richard Hart spending all that hex money. Maybe that is part of your sacrifice if you got involved with that. I mean, it had to be him or Justin Sun, didn't it? Next up, we have Drake betting $1.3 million in Bitcoin on the Bengals versus Rams Super Bowl final here. He's actually backed his pal Odell Beckham Jr. to get a touchdown. And this is a BTC-based bet. And I'm sure this is an undisclosed sponsorship here. So 1.25 mil bet, and this was on a platform called Stake. And on Stake, I went on the website, and all you can do is bet utilizing BTC. So he put up his betting slip here for LA Rams to win, and also for Odell Beckham Jr. to score a touchdown, just a casual $500,000 in Bitcoin on that one. So over this weekend, we have Super Bowl Sunday, and of course, it's going to feature heavily crypto sponsorship. Hence, it's being called the Crypto Bowl here. We know we've got FTX, Coinbase, and Crypto.com being sponsors. It's also played at the SoFi Stadium, which is a venue where you can buy cryptocurrency through. And within the stadium, the points of sales are run by Square, whose parent company was renamed to Block to emphasize its push towards blockchain. So we're having crypto rammed down our throats over this Super Bowl Sunday. And this kind of attention on the industry is, of course, very, very good. And I kind of expect going into this that we see a bit of a price action as a result of this, as people will be hyped about crypto. But as we can see, those kind of headwinds here from the Fed with the CPI data being very unfavorable for risk assets, I assume, well, this could well be a sell the rumor event here. And then we have this, the Super Bowl takeover is drawing comparisons to 2000's dot-com ball, when a fifth of the ad space went to internet startups. A lot of those companies went bust, Jeff Loeb, brand strategist for marketing firm Brainchild Creative, pointed out. So we have our crypto companies spending millions of dollars on 30-second adverts. It's going to be rather cool to see, getting crypto on the biggest stage of the world. But is this a top signal potentially? Then yesterday, gas prices soared on Ethereum due to the fact Cool Cats released their Cool Pets, a huge NFT drop that was much anticipated. Transaction fees soared 7,000%. They actually delayed the mint of these Cool Pets a couple of times due to the fact they had bots that were going to dominate the mint. So it says despite their best efforts, the gas price still went to meteoric levels, 7,000% on a spike as mint went live. And there was also a bit of concern here, the fact the mint was 0.5 ETH. That is ridiculously expensive. Bear in mind, Bored Ape Yacht Club 0.08. And of course, the CryptoPunks were a free mint back in the day. I think this is kind of a cash grabby scheme here. And on top of this, they actually minted 19,999 multiplied by half an ETH, around 10,000 Ethereum there. Certain individuals were paying up to 1.2 ETH in gas on top of the mint cost, which is crazy. But of course, even with your best efforts to prevent people from actually rigging the system, there was a bot that found the way. So whoever has this bot is pretty damn smart. This user managed to get over 200 cool pets and deployed 2.3 ETH into 200 plus wallets so it could bypass the Cool Cat's signature. So this is user 221's profile here. They've made off like an absolute bandit. As you can see, they've got 52 in the collection still, and they've been selling a load of these around 2.6, 2.5 ETH. And if you jump into their Etherscan here, you can see they pay the 0.5 ETH fee plus just 0.013 in gas. So this bot was obviously able to figure out a way not to pay the increased gas costs. I would love to know how they did that. And as a result, they got around 200 of these cool pets multiplied by around 2.5 ETH. Less the cost. You're looking at over 1.2 million being made by this individual once they sell all of these cool pets. if they can maintain a 2.5 ETH price. As you can see, this floor is coming down a little bit. It was at 2.5 earlier, now down to around 2.4. But even with the best of intentions, yeah, the bots can find a way around these things. So just a quick update going into the weekend. What are you thinking going into Monday? Are we going to see a emergency rate hike, something we haven't seen for a hell of a long time, and I'm sure something that will really spook the markets? Will this 43K level hold, or are we going to go lower or higher from here? Drop me a comment down below. I'd be really interested to know your guys' thoughts, as it's such a split decision out there right now. Make sure you're subscribed if you're new, and I'll catch you on next episode Monday. Goodbye.